And greetings, welcome to the community stream where we actually cover the news this time. Where is your mayor? Your mayor is right here. Ah, you're all horrible. All horrible people. Also, I realized that color I chose for the background lighting looks horrible now. So let's go something a little warmer. There we go, how about that? That looks a bit better. We like that, don't we? Welcome one and all. Shackrock, Silver Wolf Cam. I've never been able to pronounce your name. Is it Tia Bovlier or something? Merc, Corny Dog Lover, aka Son of Emu. Suika, Moxie. Welcome, Moxie. Miket, Vergant, Morrowind. I miss Rolf. He misses you too, I'm sure. Mr. Molianus, Jaljif, Rip Lerner, yes, they will be going into that. Cheeky Buns, Alana Do. You are a horrible person, Alana. Absolutely. No, just kidding. Ju Jensen, Z Glandos, Bov. Alright, Bov. G'day, Bov. Welcome to the stream, Bov. Kindra Shay, Hennes, Neophorus, Talios. Good to see you around, mate. Del Snarkin, let's party it up. Nakawa, thank you so much for the raid. Have you applied to Ven? Chevalier, welcome to the stream. Mama V. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Shamflam as well. You know, everyone just comment in the stream to have me try and pronounce your name. I promise you I'll do a better job than Emu. Gatling Finn, welcome. Never heard anything. Okay, I'll get in touch. Sorry about that. Arise. Yeah, that's... I'll have to check to make sure. Borgasm. What? That's a name. Alright. So, we're doing something new today. We are gonna spend some time reading the news. Because, you know what? I spent some time writing it. And I think that if I spent all this time writing it, you all have to put up with me reading it. Now we need some reading music. So you know, let's see. There we go. Just cuddle in for a. There we go. It's raining outside. There's lots going on. But you're warm in here. Nah, let's get some actual worm going. Waking up, because that's one of my absolute favourite starts to anything. Where's your hot cocoa? Well, I think you can make it in-game. It's in-game, isn't it? Okay, we'll get to that. Hello, Dahl. Z Glandos is Dahl. Okay. Sipaku. Oh my god, the follows and priest changes. I love Worm devs. Libella lives. Yeah, Libella gets some really cool benefits for PvE mostly, because obviously the mycelium bonuses and Land of the Dead stuff doesn't really translate well. Hey, there's more going on there. You're just looking at one thing. Alright, so we'll start off from the very start. Okay, I feel the start's the best place to start. Hello, Feyran. Feyran Caledon. Are you the factional fight, Feyran? I don't remember that last half of your name. But yes, so let's jump into it. Quite a few big changes in this week's news. A lot of it was, yeah, sort of this build up towards February being quite a big stream, quite a big update. I managed to get the information about the traders, which is something that we were waiting on. What it will be is that the one and only Feyran, what it will be is that it will now reduce deed upkeep of the deed it is on by 20%. So if you have a 10 silver deed, it will offset 2 silver per month. So It varies in terms of, like, obviously if you have a 2 silver deed, it's only like 40 copper a month. So it's more meant to reward and encourage larger deeds rather than that. In honor of Shrimpy, all pink. No, actually, it's just simply because I really love the color. Like, don't get me wrong. No, it is limited to 1 trader per deed. So it doesn't matter how many are actually, you can only have 1 per deed. The new trader contract cost will be a reduced amount just to offset the reduction amount, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I've not been given the full details there. Permo Man, bring back factional fight. Can agree with you. Alright, but yeah, so we'll be allowing a system to help people move traders from their trader deeds to their main deed. It'll be 1 per person per service, so it won't be like, oh, I want this trader to this deed, this trader to that deed. It'll be, if you've had a trader to offset your upkeep costs, you can move that to your deed and receive the reduction. The goal of this trader change was not to make everyone buy new traders. Are we going to do a free faith change with this update? No, the current faith change will still be in effect, and this is mostly followers, not priests. So, as far as I'm aware, and as far as I've been, I've not been informed that there's a faith change coming with this one. Alright, but next up, the GM team will arrange that. I'll be speaking with Enki. I know they've got most of the details they want down put. It'll just be, he'll make a post when it's open. It'll probably be just put in a support ticket then. Nice and simple. But that will be available when he decides to make it. I'll get to that. So we've got racks on racks. Shield rack and saddle rack. Long requested. I think the models look absolutely amazing. They hold all the different shields and the saddles. That wasn't great timing. No worries. Alright, another one we're making is Elevation. I need to update this because basically with Elevation, non-premiums will be sent to their home server. If you're a HOTS and if you're on Elevation and you lose premium, you'll be sent back to Affliction. PMKs will be sent to Freedom. That one was already decided after I wrote that. Also, we'll be striking a balance for Stone Strike. Oh yes, a link for those that like to follow along. Let's just grab that there. Here you go. Thank you, Michael Al, for reminding me. You'll be sent when you lose premium, I believe. So it'll be the way Jackal works. You'll log in, you'll get a message, and like a minute or 2 later, you'll be sent across. So Stone Strike will increase the cap of successful surface mining. So it will allow it to go upwards up to 60, meaning at high skill, it's still useful, which is something that we do understand. There were a lot of issues where people, if they had high enough skill, Stone Strike did nothing. Whereas this, it will still add an extra 10%. Kind of like how the quality gain ones go, you get the bonus up to your skill, but then it unlocks an above your skill. Alright, the creation quality improvements is one that I'm really looking forward to seeing. What that is you cannot fail to make these items. So we've got plank, shaft, rivets, stone brick, cloth string, nails, rope, stone slab, hunting arrowheads, thatch, clay brick, clay shingle, pottery shingle, wood shingle, yarn, rounded stone. So those things are basically, you can no longer fail to make them. When you make one, it will come out. It's just, if you fail the difficulty check, it will turn out at a low quality. Can't fail at 20 skill, but you can still fail at 99. No, that's the thing. This will still put it out. if you are making bricks at 99 skill, you will always make bricks. If you fail the check, per se, you will create a stone brick capped at the lowest of its quality and 20, and the highest at your skill. So if you've got 10 skill and you fail to make a brick, the highest it can be is 10 quality. Exactly. Plain Old Chair is here to help with a bunch of this too. Yes, no more fails. Yeah, Plain Old Chair is one of our developers, Ostentatio, who has been working from this. Will there still be sleep bonus from right spells? Yes. All that's listed are changes. All the existing things are staying the same. If they're not mentioned in there, they're still in. So, like the stat gain bonus, the lowest on shard quality, skill, and cap. Essentially, yes. Lowest of shard quality and 20 cap, highest of skill. So, yeah, if your skill is lower than the shard quality, it will do it. Or maybe you're right. I don't know. Either way, yeah, you'll basically be capped by skill, but it will put it out at either 20 or item quality. That makes new player stuff so easy. Not easy, so much smoother. I'm sure you all remembered when you started on Jackal, if you were. It was absolutely a nightmare to make it. You know, you had to have at least 80 planks to make a 1x1. And then it was like a 50% chance. So it was like 160 actions to make 80 planks. And it just got ridiculous. For all new players, that was a huge burden. This should hopefully make it a lot easier and then ease them into the game. Why would stone brick be in there but not mortar? Because stone bricks are used to make ovens. They're used to make furnaces, forges and such. It's not necessarily houses. You need 30 masonry to make houses, so you should have a decent skill level there. I thought shard quality was mentioned in there. With output at the minimum quality of the item or 20, whichever is lower, with the final cap by skill. It still respects it. It still works exactly as it used to before. It's just you can no longer fail. Effective curve on armor, shields, and weapons. This is quite an interesting one, because basically what we're doing is we're boosting the effectiveness of early game armor, weapons, and shields. So currently players start with 30 quality leather armor and 50 quality swords, which everyone's always felt is a bit too much. But the fact is without any enchants, it's not been that great. But the problem is, a 50 quality sword takes a long time to replace by doing it yourself. So what this system is this will curve lower quality versions up to be slightly higher. So a 1 quality armor now has the equivalent effect, or will have the equivalent effect, of what 20 quality armor does now. But as you improve it, it will still go up. You know, even if you can make up to 20 quality, it's the equivalent of having currently 43 quality. So there is quite a substantial early game boost, but as you get up to 70, 80, and 90, that's where it goes flat. So it's, again, focused on the early game stuff, which is, you know, nice and easing people into it, but still rewarding player-made stuff over the new game stuff. This is, like, awfully put me on the side there. How about that? Screen's at an odd angle, but we'll work with that. Was I mentioning deeds being cheaper earlier? Yes. Traders will reduce the deed upkeep by 20% of the deed they're on. And there'll be 1 trader per deed. So, yeah. Exactly. As Plain Old Chair is saying, newer players will be able to replace equipment with their own crafted stuff much earlier. You know, replacing a 50 quality sword is, like, that's a lot of work. But with getting a lower quality one that they can then imp above, like make their own and then imp it up, they can get it a lot better, faster. All right, there's a lot of follower changes. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? So one of the bigger changes is the learner bonus of Venora. Now, I'm absolutely sure. Sorry, Rolly. That's the reason why we'll be reducing the quality of the new player sword. Plain Old Chair may have the exact details, but yeah, we'll actually be reducing the, I thought I included that in the bit. Okay, I must not have. We'll actually be reducing the quality of starter equipment. Mostly so the effective quality matches the current. So you'll likely come out with 10 quality leather armor to match, you know, a 30 effective, and then a 30 quality sword to match a 50 effective. But that does mean that, you know, a new player can actually make 20 quality armor. They're still 50 quality starter swords, Lion. They're not great. Leaves a serious plateau in mid-range. Not so much, because mid-range, I would claim, would be, you know, 50 to 70. 50 is 60, 60 is 65, 70 is 70. So there's a slight lessening of the curve, but it's still always adding on extra. You know, it's still definitely worthwhile to have all of it. It may slow down the returns between 50 and 70, but it also makes it easier to be within that range, you know. No alloys on moon metal. It's just they're gonna appear. They're a thematic thing addition. All right. So the learner bonus, which is currently 10% to all skill gain, that's long been considered what makes Venora the meta choice. So with that, a lot of it is you're kind of trying to balance against that and make other things viable. But that's like incredibly dominant, especially not just skills, but characteristics. So what we've done is we've taken a step back and gone, okay, what if we made learner the generic all skills at a lower percentage, but each god gets a higher percentage for their specific skills? What that means is all gods have their own niche benefits then. You know, it won't be just, oh, if you're gaining any skill at all, go Venora. People can go more thematic choices or a god based on what characteristics or that they want to grind if necessary. I know a lot of people have said rip this update because of loss of learner bonus, but really it means that other gods get a look in as well, and we can, you know, other gods get a look in and you can actually make more choices. Corny Dog Lover, I'll touch on that either as well. It's not given to everyone. The learner bonus, each one gets their own specific thing. So for Foe gets 15% skill gain to nature and sub-skills and cooking and sub-skills. So it's not to every skill, but it's 15%. It's a higher one to those individual skills. Its skill gain bonus to characteristics is body stamina and soul depth, and they're scaled by alignment. So at minimum alignment, 1, it's 2.5%. As you scale up to 10%, 100 alignment, it's 10%. So, okay. Foe will also get a healing first aid skill gain bonus there. So yeah, there'll be a fair few bonuses to Foe, and that's in the skill gain side. Foe will have better, like double the increased taming skill check, so more successful taming. Slower food and water bar drain. So that was one thing that was considered actually partly a nerf, especially with the affinity food. 25% food gain meant your food bar filled up faster. So this means it drains slower, which is, for me, I mean, I already love foes, so... +1 range for gardening, forestry dependent mouse over info. So when you're standing on a tile and you can mouse over and your forestry and gardening skill lets you view further, this will give +1 to that. So that's actually quite handy. You know, if you're out doing a lot of forestry like I am. 10% quality gain when improving cloth items. So the 10% quality gains are actually going to apply to most affinity related things for the gods, if I recall, if I explain that right. So foe gets a bonus from cloth items, so a 10% quality gain for that. Magrenon gets a quality gain to metallic items, which is his favored sacrifice. So that means that, again, as a crafter, who you take as your god, your follower god as a crafter, actually impacts more than just your skill gain. You know, if you're a blacksmith, going Magrenon means faster improvement. Holy crop, okay. Oh, sorry, no. Priests get defensive CR bonus on step. That's more of a bug fix, because they're meant to get it on natural tiles like grass and trees and such. So step is considered, yeah, that's part of it. So it's just a little thing there. Holy crop, when cast, will actually increase flower spawns across the world. And grass will grow faster. So I think that's a kind of cool thematic thing. Most of the global ritual spells have gained a little bit of thematic flair to it, and that's that one. So Venora. So the 10% skill gain will no longer apply to characteristics. As Plain Old Chair said, it still gets 10% to all skills except fight skill. So in other words, it's very general. It's not as high as the others, but it's less specific. So there's a payoff of, if you're just grinding, you know, general skills, absolutely perfect. The characteristics bonuses it gets is mind logic and mind speed. So again, that's scaled by alignment. Shorter action timer when building walls, that's huge. Like, that's even 5%, you know, over, considering it's 20 actions to build a wall, that means one action is free. Now, you know, it's in the time you do 20 actions, someone else would be doing 19. 10% shorter action timer when paving roads. Paving is so boring. It really is. And so that makes it absolutely great there too. 7.5% shorter repair timer, which means less quality loss when repairing. No more faith loss for non-priests destroying pavement and structures. That's absolutely huge. That means that you no longer have to tick unfaithful to destroy a wall or, you know, bash a fence or remove pavement. It's so good. And again, the 10% quality gain when improving wooden and clay items. Now, the reason there's no addition here for Rite of Spring is because they already get the boat speed bonus, which we consider the thematic effect there. Magrenon. Now, Magrenon is fighting and smithing. So, or mostly fighting here. 15% skill gain to all fighting sub-skills, all weapon skills and sub-skills, and archery and its sub-skills. Now, if I recall, weapon skills weren't under that, list. So that may be an addition. They gained the body strength and body control, which is absolutely great. A great combo to have. +1 offensive CR. Now that does not stack with the priest one. So priests in favored terrain only gain the +2. So a priest on rock is currently +2 and will still be +2 afterwards. It's just on other terrain they'll be +1. +1 range for world slope flatness. So the tile borders and all that. That's actually really handy too. And the plus 10% quality gain when improving metallic items. So, blacksmith, yeah. As I recall, Araya said, for fighters and blacksmiths, weaponsmithers, mag will be superior. And I absolutely agree. Mag becomes a strong contender for someone who is doing smithing skills. Ritual of the Sun will now actually spawn, have a meteor shower. And they'll have random metal types and be mined directly for lumps. Reading Plain Old Chair's comment earlier. Where is it? I recall him saying it. The meteorites are also lower difficulty to mine than the normal veins. Higher difficulty stuff like gold is still harder than lower difficulty stuff than iron, but you'll get higher quality on average than you would from a vein. So yeah, there's a little bit of a bonus there. And okay, Libella. Libella gets a big rework because ultimately with Libella, it means that she has like the mycelium bonuses, which, you know, fill your food and stamina and you can absorb, don't exist. So we're going to be adding a few thematic things for PvE mostly. The skill gain she gets is religion and sub-skills, alchemy in its sub-skills, and thievery in its sub-skills. So in other words, I'm really tempted for that natural substances grind. Her bonuses are body strength and soul strength, scaled by alone. Meat can now be butchered by followers. Human meat, I should say. That's quite a big one, because before that was HOTS only. But now it is basically all Libella followers, which is quite cool. And we'll scroll down. What else? +1 offensive CR. That's exactly the same as the Magrenon one. So it doesn't stack with the +2 when a priest is in favored terrain. 10% quality came when improving leather items. That was like the closest we could think of. Okay, she likes working with body parts and such. Leather items make sense. You know, hide of animals and such. And plus it, again, gives an improving bonus and something that some people may consider worthwhile. Alright, to offset the various mycelium benefits, PvE Libella followers will be able to consume corpses. Yes, human meat will be available off Chaos. So, a Libella follower will be able to have an option to eat a corpse and gain health from it. Now, the amount of health gained depends on creature age, condition, and CR affects it in a non-linear scale. So low CR creatures will heal basically more per CR than high ones, but you know, it's still a scale. There's a 10-minute cooldown between corpses you eat, and actually heals your most severe wound. It obviously butchers the corpse, and when the global Rite of Death spell is in effect, so for that 24 hours, Consume Corpse can actually trigger a Mind Stealer type enchantment, and you can gain some skill from eating a creature, which is just so cool. Rite of Death will spawn mushrooms significantly on more tiles, and when the Rite of Death is in effect, the skill loss will be 10. I think it's 10%. Like the skill loss will be the equivalent to dying on deed. Does eating a corpse do anything for your food and nutrition level? Plain old Chair will be able to answer that. Libella followers and priests will gain a 15% combat damage, similar to a Magrenon priest, as well as the eating the corpses. Rite changes. So there'll also be a few changes to how rites work with this too. So we want to encourage the entire server to work together rather than someone with a whole bunch of priest ults or player ults just spamming prey. So they'll only recharge on, or the deity favor will only grow on valid faith gains, so every 20 minutes, right? But that means anyone can do it. It's just every 20 minutes. Now, to balance against that, missions will now give deity favor scaled by the difficulty of the missions. So even if you don't have many praying people, there's a reason to go out and do missions now. There's more of a reason to contribute, you know. Doing those difficult missions don't just mean sleep bonus. They also mean that players, the global spell can be cast more often. It does mean a more benefit and more reward to doing missions. Prayers and sermons will now give 3 times the favor to offset the fact that anyone could do it. And you'll see the visible spell effects when you come onto the server. We'll show you which spells are, which rites are in effect and how long. So you'll know the boat speed boost, the liberal follower priest bonus, you know, and when you can claim a bonus. So it's actually quite an interesting thing. I think these bring a lot of big potential changes, you know. I'm a big fan of the way the follower rework is being looked at. I know people are discussing the the repairing grind. Honestly, you don't have to be Venora for that. Alright, let's go through and read the comments. Reading live comments, you know, you have no idea how nervous I am about this. Oh, alright. The dumbing down, okay. That's just a comment on that. Traders are apparently worthless. Will the trader reduce upkeep no matter whether it's being traded with? That's correct. So live favor regen bonus going away, or is that separate piece bonus? That's not going away. Amazing, here I come mag. Ignore prior comment, I'm blind. Please add mortar to the no fail list. Don't read the comments. Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. What about Venora, who doesn't have missions anymore? Did we decide on that, plain old chat? I'll let you make any discussion about that. What else have we got? All this metagaming round skill should have been removed long ago. Do you still have to create 800 pieces of thatch until you have enough skill to make a single thatch roof? Yes, but a trick is improve a thatch roof. It's much faster. My deed is 11 silver a month, so it would be about 20 silver. That would take you 20 months to recoup. Nope, not buying one for my big deed. Okay. I disagree. At 50 silver cost, yeah, but it's not worth 50 silver there. Which map? That is Independence. That is my home. And yes, we are looking at re-adding Venora missions to PvE. So yeah, Venora will return to PvE. So there'll be 4 missions. More journal tiers wins? No. So, there you go. We didn't add mortar because mortar is already intentionally higher difficulty and masonry walls are already supposed to be a bit more advanced than wood and timber framed. It'll still be easy with the changes to bricks. Agreed. What am I doing? What am I clicking on? Great changes. Mag seems a little OP, but other than that I like it. There's a reason to go with Faith other than Venora now. Well, if Mag's OP, then Mag's OP. If anything was to change with the deities, I was hoping that the 10% would be inherent to all of them, as opposed to still there for Venora, but slightly nerfed for body stats. It seems to me I would sacrifice 10% increased skill gain in all skills, to gain 15% in a few. I like the idea of more diversity and being able to pick different gods, but I don't feel like this is necessarily the way to achieve it. In a long-term game like this, 10% faster skill gain feels too good to pass up. Well, that's why there's 15% in the few. All see like good and fair changes. I like them. Love the shield and saddle racks. Hopefully the saddle can hold more than just one with saddlebags too. Jeez, I hope so. I love that traders are going to be on Xanadu finally. I agree that mortar should be added to no fail as well as concrete. We need tricorn pirate hats, please. Big fan of Tricorn Pirate hats. Alright, traders on Xanadu, that will be possible. They weren't added previously because, let's be real, we've been aware of traders being a little bit OP for quite some time. I mean, it's not since, like, Release or Pristine, whichever one came last, have traders actually been allowed on a server. So, for that, you know, yeah, they're going to be available. Will shield racks show what shields are in it? No, they won't. They just got a generic full shielder. Ouch. Why just make everything a no-fail since there is no reason to grind? I need a salt emote in here. Where's Emu's salt emote? Now we have to choose between 10% skill gain or 10% characteristics gains. Does the increased bonus mind logic even allow eligible players? Oh, sorry, no, that's gain. It's mind logic skill gain. There's a full change. The problem was that followers had no motivation to pray and still don't. So say goodbye to anyone wanting to complete their right cast. That's what doing missions will help with. There we go. There's the salt. Yep. Bonus looks to be effective skill gain. Now non-prayer actions. I think the rest of this could be sold as a community effort. I managed to cast for my benediction just this week by networking. It'll be far less effort to get in contact with people on your server to organise casts, since this may result in them being organised more often. I agree there. And so it has begun. Classes in Wurm based on faith. I mean, they already were there. G'day, Jazz. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Another update. The dumbing down for the Steam crowd begins. I mean, these are things that we've long wanted to implement. It's not dumbing down for any crowd. It's the idea that Wurm was a struggle to start, and I was one of the 1% that managed to stick with Wurm, means everyone should go through that thing. 90% happy. Oh, I feel about sad about nerfing Vin followers. I really like the possibility to have other followers fiber. Add the 10% bonus of imping to creation, like 10% creation quality bonus of metal items to mag follower. That's an idea. Doesn't this mean that followers who cannot get faith files cannot improve? No, it doesn't. So non-prem alts can spam bulk max and sell them for coins. Brilliant. If you want to help the newbies, add a time buff for the creation changes that last 7 days. This way the GMs can distinguish new players from alt abuse. I mean, people already do that. Like, no offense to some of the bulk sellers out there, but I know a fair few use alts to do it. It's not changing anything, really. I assume it works the same as alignment gains at 100. You still don't count installments if you could get alignment despite your 100. Shield racks, Sutter racks! Yes. You do count in sermons. Yep, that 10% quality in game will count for scale armor AF, metallic because of platesmithing, or as leather because of material. That'll be one for plain old chair to answer. So while Retro is now answering all the forum questions within the stream, does it mean I need to rewatch the stream another time? And of course, does that mean as soon as the VOD is gone from Twitch, the answers are no longer available? Jade, stop being salty. I've actually got most of them sitting on YouTube now, and they just haven't been published because reasons. Large saddles should be repurposed for bears. Now that's an interesting one. You know, I once died because I tamed a bear and rode it, and then a whole bunch of crocodiles attacked, and they killed my bear, and then I died on foot. How is the reduced repair time and not the exact same problem as the faux food bar filling up faster? That's not the same. Because you're all focusing on the grind. Focus on the gameplay. You spend less time repairing. The 10% gain to skill gain bonus offsets the 7.5% repair reduction speed. Alrighty then. Also, yeah, those Soul Depths titles, I'm pretty sure they'll be in. I'll have to double check. I don't think telling people to do something they might not want to do is the way to defend something. Okay, real talk for a second. Things change in games. The meta changes, and what is the most viable form can change, especially in a live service game. Right? If you do feel that this change has impacted to the point that Venora is no longer viable, that is fine. There are other options out there. That's essentially it. If you feel that this is a factored in it, then work with it. What about us that don't get to change religions? You're stuck with Libela. Hey, Libela's pretty good, and if you're on PvP, let's have a look, because I don't think Libela loses anything. Let's have a look. So if you're on PvP, you'll get 15% skill gain to religion and subskills, alchemy and subskills, and thievery and subskills, up to 10% gain in body strength and soul strength, and a +1 offensive CR, and a 10% quality gain when improving leather items. Hey Michio, welcome to the stream. The faux thing is... Why is it weird? What? I'm not sure what you mean that it's weird and powerful. All this is that your food and water will drain slower, rather than your food fill up faster when you eat. If you've tried tempering a baguette and it didn't work out well, you have not had good French onion soup. Because you get that bit of bread and you dip it in the soup, and it's just so much better. Soggy soup. I'm pretty sure soup is meant to be soggy. I think you mean the bread, the soggy bread. But yes, I 100% agree. French onion soup, when done from home, is just amazing. This soup is dry. It's raw. So yeah, been a lot of questions about it. I notice a lot of... It's going to be crappy for people who want to eat a bunch of stuff to get the temp affinities they need. I don't really care so much, but it's definitely kind of my thing. What do you mean who want to eat a bunch of stuff to get the temp affinities they need? They can still do that. They can actually do it a lot better. Or do you mean that waiting for it to drain so they can eat more? Like, you do the mining one, you eat that, and then you're like, oh yeah, I also want to... I also want to do this. Is that what you mean? Even then, plain old shit, that is still beneficial and still easier, because you have the less food bar build. Yeah. Also getting surface mining easier and easier. It's still not easy. It's not easy. Stop thinking it is. How many saddles fit in the saddle rack? I don't actually know. All right, let's have a quick check. Let's just bring this over here and change the game screen to this one. There we go. We're out in the middle of nowhere on Oracle. Pretty sure my deed is near here. Yeah, here we are. Can we imp saddles on the rack? Let's find that out too. So, we've got our stuff here. Let's make 100 saddles and we'll see how it goes. Oh, we're getting some frame skips. Hang on, I'm gonna have to close the other client. There we go. Considering we cannot restore mountain peaks, it is easy. I've not seen any mountain peaks removed. I mean, Magranon's Scar's taken how long to do? Any clue when the community map for Xanadu will be released? It's not our thing. Okay, so we'll open up the saddle rack. Odd beeping. Where are our saddles? 101 saddles. 15 saddles, it fits. That's a decent amount. And now, do we have a 1 quality one? No, we don't. So let's make one 1 quality. You cannot improve the item with that. Okay, so let's create some leather. Leader. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to imp on this. Yep, works fine. Yep, works all fine. So the improvement bonuses are material based, not skill based. So if you had a wooden backpack for some reason, Venora would get 10% quality gain. That means that Libella has the bonus for Drake and Scale because they both count as leather. Make a compartment for horseshoes too. That's what saddlebags are for. Foe gets less thirsty over time. Foe's a thirsty boy. He really is. Yeah, still got quite a lot of frame skipping, don't we? Just having a look here. Skip frames, 32% over last 2 minutes a minute ago. It's probably just because I'm running like a really mega detailed, yeah. It's sitting at 89% of my GPU, which is, considering it's a 2070, it's definitely pushing it. Can you ask if fine carp? They're wooden, so they would count for the vinyl. Oh, yeah, they count. It's material based. No, they're fine carp. They're fish. Why is that? Why is there a highway tile that is... Who made this highway tiled enchanted grass? It was probably me, actually. Your olive wood breastplate is going to be super awesome. And here we have my house that actually has no things. We've got all different sorts of pickaxes. Still getting those frame scripts. Let's just... There we go. That should make it easier. Look at those frames jump up. Rendering this at 200% means it's like 4K and doesn't really like that. We need wooden armor for Vin followers. Oak shell has no effect if wearing armor pieces though? Yeah, yeah. Alright, what else? If Vin gets wooden armor, I demand Liberally gets a belly ring. We are not gonna... I mean... Hey, hear him out. We could go back to Venora being goth. Oh wait, foe's meant to be less thirsty now. I'll shut up about goths. And here I have a pink cart. At the moment we're just like exploring tests and answering questions because that's all we got to do today. So if you have any questions about the patch notes, this stream, I was thinking about having it a shorter one, like just so it can go up now and then it's like it's an hour's worth of Q&A. Instead of having to slog through so long of me talking because I know some people get very sick of me. When is the actual patch? Big patches come out at the end of the month on the last Thursday, so I'm guessing the 27th, 28th? It could be delayed. It's not 100% sure. I don't fully know. But all I do know is that my webcam needs to be made a little less exposed. There we go. That's better. Yeah, ostentatiously answering questions on the forums. So, good thing Feb is the shortest month of the year. Yeah. Statue of Rift Beast. Totem of Incineration. These books are so big. Look how big they are.
Hello, how are you?
They are so big. Battle Mister, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Was the question about meteorites made out of moon metals answered? Yeah, they will be standard common metals only. They're not going to be moon metal. I did want it, but apparently, you know, the goal wasn't to add more moon metal to the world. So yeah. Hey. I think that we should have giant bronze meteorites coming down. Can we be struck by a meteorite similar to being struck by lightning? I don't know if they're in the patch yet. I have to speak about them. I have to double check, Jaldoof. I redeemed a code for 1 month premium a few days ago and I didn't get marks. Yeah, currently they don't give marks. They may in the future, because we may work more with premium codes, but at the moment they're just premium. Oh, hello. Is there a comfort emote? Oh, I wanted to be like, you pat the thing. Also, this makes my head look so tiny. Look at that. Sorry. Can Lib Priest use Strongwall in PvE, or are there any plans for it? That change is balance for PvP. You can dab on a chair when you emote push. Okay, we gotta do this. Specials, create. What kind of chair would we dab on? A fine high chair. Drop, place. And we're just gonna set the colors. Primary, I believe, so we go 1 2 7 1 1 1 2 7 2 5 5 1 no 1 2 5 5. Yes, there we go. That's a chair of royalty. Sit. Oh wait, we don't have anything we can push at the moment. Alright, that's beneath us. Move, push. Oh no, I'm not seeing the emote push. Oh, emote push. Okay, okay. Emote, neutral. Offensive push. Oh yeah. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, dabbing on a chair. Quick question. Where does any revenue from this Wurm official stream go to? Does it go towards the game, or it goes towards improving the stream and production quality? So I've spent quite a bit of my own money getting this stream up and running. So I basically use it. We have been talking about getting a green screen and such. Yeah, it's not... I don't think at this current point it does, but we'll probably, you know, it's just for production. Better webcam, better microphone, which we've both got. Green screen maybe, because I don't know, I kind of like the background. I'm not sure I'm, you know, a full green screen guy myself. But yeah, stuff like that. Better host. No, we can't afford a better host. So the meteor strike will be calculated similar to Rift away from deeds and such. It doesn't affect the terrain. It's just literally a boulder appearing. Like, it'll fall down, but it won't, like, make a crater and such. So, yeah, background so retro, looks like he's standing in a pine forest. I do agree it can't fall. Well, that's the thing. It won't destroy houses. It won't, you know, yeah, over the duration. And it won't actually change anything. You know, they will just appear. What type of metals? They will be standard metals. So, not moon metals, not alloys. You won't be able to camp or predict them. Yeah. Plus, they'll just be there for a bit of fun. A lot of it is mostly thematic choices and adding more... Yeah, but they could also spend their time just finding a vein. All of them, Jaljif. Over 24 hours, all of them will spawn. Will they ever be found on Xanadu? Zero clue. The animation for the meteor will actually be like it's burning through atmosphere. That's a Saruman thing. I mean, it could look like the cow catapult, which was a lot of fun to do. So, who knows? They might just go boom. So there. It'll scale with server size. Xanadu will get more than Deliverance, which is probably a good thing. But yes, they should be found. What have we got here? Sign. Okay, someone was testing tutorial objects. That's one thing funny as a GM, because the fences collide as you fly through it on a GM. You get like warped into your head and back. What have we got here? A whole bunch of test highways that go nowhere, it seems. So if there's no more questions, make man that thing ET's come to probe him? That's a bit weird. Third person view also collides with parapets, etc. Yeah, I don't think it really picks out much of the difference. What is this? Birchwood banner. Flag. Order the summoned. Who made this? Who made this? Saruman. This is more of Saruman's artwork. So you're saying that the revenue from this game goes to you then? Currently it goes towards production stuff, so it's not just to me. Why not Wurm ads? Or sponsors. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, really, this stream doesn't make money. We've got like 3 subscribers. We're not doing this stream to make money. This stream is to improve communication and all that. I think yeah, merchandise and such goes to the game, but yeah, relax. It's not like farming money. Hopefully, the money will go towards hiring a new host. Wow. Wow. You have what will probably be a controversial question. Since we're doing additions and changes for new players or for players who don't grind or anything, is there anything that might come or be added for people who enjoy the skill grind? Wurm's perfect for them already. Yeah, there's a lot of salt in here. Alright, so if there's no more questions, I might wind up the stream. As for your question, Suika, it's really hard for me to answer because I'm not the one that makes those decisions. There you go. There's plain old Jer's response. How will the new players make money? Bulk trade is not viable because it's hard to do. It's time consuming. And that's it. It's not time consuming because you fail. Because in reality, the biggest bulk traders are premium accounts with like 70 to 90 skills. You know, because they always create. New players cannot compete with those. This will enable them to compete with them. You know, that's what it is. It's the bulk creation should not be yeah, the bulk creation should not be the reason that, like, should not be the goal for new players because it's boring. It's not fun. And when you're getting new players in and you're trying to get them to be fun. When I missed your question regarding quality of life in the crafting window, I don't really know. That's better for a suggestion because, yeah, that's one that I'd need to speak with the devs about. But yeah, just reading through. I'm not dismissing yours as salt, Suika. Don't think that. It's the other comments. There's always a few salty people. But yeah, make a suggestion about that budget here and we can see how it goes. Anyways, with that done, I think I might wrap the stream up now. It's been a short one, but it means there's, you know, more questions to get through and really I've got nothing else planned for the actual game side of it. I'd like to thank you all for coming along and asking questions. And if you have any more, just ask them in the forum, and Ostentatio will do his best to answer them. We'll work with them. If some changes need to be made, we're happy to do that. Until then, though, have fun and keep on worming. And I'll see you all later. Yeah. Bye from your mayor. Bye now.
This would be the Wurm Works song. Pick up your shovels. We're building a wall, building it high in Wurm, in Wurm. We're building a wall, building it long in Wurm, in Wurm. As we get to the end, we'll just start another wall in Wurm. Digging a hole, digging it deep in Wurm. Wurm is waiting. We're digging a hole, looking for rock in Wurm. Wurm is waiting. But when we get to the end, we're just gonna fall from the bottom of Wurm. Oh yeah, we're mining some rock, a ton of good rock in Wurm. Working so hard. We're mining some rock, we're mining so hard in Wurm, working so hard. Oh, and the cave bugs come nibbling, just grab your pick and get running in Wurm. We're building a house, a strong stone house in Wurm, a house in Wurm. And have bedrooms and bathrooms like hell it will in Wurm, a house in Wurm. When we finished our house, there'll be a strong, warm home in Wurm. So we're building a town, a place to be in Wurm. Well, people getting word